stress is neither good nor bad. Stress is a response and a perspective. I mean, physiologically, it is an innate response that we have when sensory signals come into our brain and activate our limbic system. The amygdala takes in sensory signals from our vision, our hearing, the detection of a threat or anomaly, and it activates our core brain, our limbic brain. And that physiological response is the same thing every single time that it is initiated. Really cool information too from a woman by the name of Dr. Jill Bolt Taylor. She's a neuroscientist, I believe, but she came up with she did some research and she came up with what's called the 90-second rule. And what it conceptually states is the stress response on average, without rumination, without continued thoughts, is about 90 seconds. A good friend of yours snuck up behind you on this podcast and scared you. And then you turn around, you know it's not a threat, you know it's your friend, he's a goofball, no big deal.
Right.
That initial reaction, stress response is activated. There are neurotransmitters that are released in your body, your heart rate comes up, your breathing changes, your peripheral vision is activated, blood comes out of your gut to support other organs, so the fight, flight, or hopefully not fright response is activated. So how we evolved is our core brain. The stress response is what has really helped us before we lived in this modern time with all this technology that helped us deal with threats from either other tribes or creatures that wanted to take our life. It helped us determine how to effectively respond by training the system to evolve. So the stress response, again, is the same thing that happens every time in response to a stressor. But 90 seconds on average, in my example I gave to you, is now you know there's no threat. Most of us think and ruminate and contemplate either on the past or the future much longer than 90. We feel the effects of stress much longer than that time period. And any form of stress, if you don't recover from it, is going to take its toll. Burnout is differentiated from resilience only by recovery.